Hookup.
Hi, I'm Ricardo Love. Welcome to the Indy Hookup. Here's my host, Heston Cleveland. What's up, Hess?
Hey, Ricardo, man. Hey, it's a blessing to be here. We got my girl. Look, my mom's adopted daughter, the Nightingale, Nicole Gobert. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing so good, Heston. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Ricardo. I'm so excited to see my guys, my hookup,
The Indy Hookup.
the indie hookup. I'm just over the moon to even get to say hi to everybody and to say hi to my two favorite guys.
Well, thank you. Well, you knew this was gonna happen. Um, you're a beautiful artist. My mom and I, I'll do a review, make sure it's no cuss words, and my best stereo is the car. And my mom, as soon as one of your songs come on, my mom recognizes it. She goes, "That's Nicole, huh?" I'm like, "Yes, mama." You know, um, you got a strong, beautiful voice. You know,
I
I,
get that a lot. I get that word. I love that people kind of associate me with that word because it's part of my whole presence is very strong. So thank you. And your mom is so strong that I mean, like I always tell her I want to be just like her when I grow up.
so tell us this, Nicole. Uh, how did you get started singing?
Well, I always say it comes from somewhere up above, of course, and then in the church in Oakland, of course, I was going to church as a little girl, and then got transplanted to Montana and picked up every style I could. I really have a hybrid style and sound, so maybe that's because I'm rooted in Oakland and in what I'm from there, but then I got transplanted. I've studied all different languages to sing in Italian, Spanish, German. Um I love every kind of music. So it just started boiling in me young and I've never stopped. I just say you've got to turn my mouth off. Like it's like a faucet. I could sing and talk and sing and sing and sing all day. So, yeah. And I swallowed a microphone, my mom said.
Heston, just turn down it just a little bit. It was feeding back. That's why I did that. And then when I muted you, it stopped. I'm gonna edit this part out just a little bit.
Is that good?
I don't know when we start talking, we'll see. Okay, go ahead. Continue your next question, Heston.
Um, yeah, that's where a lot of powerful singers come from church. That church background. So you went to church in Oakland and West Oakland?
I my home, my birth home was Berkeley, 62nd Street, off Martin Luther King Jr. Way and in front of Telegraph over there. So I believe it. I was so little. I believe it was Baptist based church and I can remember the early days of them just saying they called me Little Nikki back then. I'm definitely the Nightingale Nicole Gobert now, all grown up, but they'd say, Little Nikki, put put little Nikki up front. I was dressed in my pink big dresses, and I think I probably just had the bravery in the animation to stand in front of the church and kind of bop and sing. And pretty soon I was banging on the piano. I play piano also and read and write sheet music. I play all orchestra except guitar. So we can get into why I don't play guitar, but I don't play guitar. I can. But yeah, the church and just that feeling of I'm supposed to be in front of people singing is just overwhelming to me. You
Where
know,
did you get the
I need
name?
music to come out of my face all the time.
Where did you get the name the Nightingale? Who coined that? Or did you bring that up for yourself, or does another producer call you that? Or
No, the Nightingale is actually a fairy tale story that I was given years ago in a big fairy tale book. So I would get read the story, and it's a fairy tale about a caged bird that lived in a forest that was just singing beautifully to herself all the time. And the village that she lived by finally was like, what is this beautiful sound? We have to have this beautiful bird in our village. And it was said that my voice was very comforting, and the fish would stop swimming and the cooks would stop cooking. And when I got to the village, they got me a cage, a golden cage, and perched me. And but pretty soon it became that fairy tale where the villainous villagers didn't like how much the king and emperor loved the nightingale, so they made a fake bird, one covered in diamonds, and tried to fake everybody out with the fake bird. And I flew out the window back to the forest to sort of be isolated, and I sort of picked up on that bird lady caged idea. And my town where I live is quite the village like the story also, and it just emerged. And Florence Nightingale people associate with healing and nursing and kindness, and people say that I give that off too. So it's all wrapped up into um a whole total package.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So you went to school, right, for
I
music?
did. Yeah, I actually went in Washington State. So I studied opera all through school here in Montana, but after I graduated, yeah, I got an associate's degree in Washington State at a private school, Pacific Lutheran, studied with one of the best opera singers I can think of out that way, Barbara Polshock. I did a lot of opera workshops, like I said. I did a lot of jazz groups, choral work. So there's a lot of musicality that I draw from just being trained. You know, it's almost just like my job. Like you say, a pilot has all this training, he needs to fly planes, right? So I need to sing. It's more of a must for me than, oh, I think I'm famous or I want to be. No, I must vocalize just in a day. So yeah, that's my background.
You know what? We haven't done this, but this is what we gonna do. Uh, Go ahead and hit a note for us. Let the listeners, let the
Opera
listeners,
note.
whatever you feel comfortable with.
We done froze up. What
I
happened?
no way, Ricardo.
Back.
I don't know. It just, I'm all the way on a mountaintop, Ricardo. So I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that you guys are even connecting to me, I'm just over the moon. Of course I get lost in the cloud. I'm a
Mm.
princess. So yeah, where did we leave off? You
He
wanted
was.
me to sing, Heston?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
He put you on a spot, but
No,
you're a real singer, so you shouldn't have.
well, I
You're
can
not
do
no
any.
auto tune woman, so you should be cool.
No, no. As a matter of fact, funny story. When I recorded the Who's the Nightingale, their microphones were all auto-tuned, and I started singing, and I was like, sir, please, please stop. And he was like, what? I go, I don't know what's happening, but this microphone sounds weird. He goes, I think I better take it to the regular stuff because I don't think you're an auto-tune person. And come to find out, I'm not. Okay, Heston, I'll just hit some notes.
couldn't hear you.
Her mic is overloading.
Right, huh?
What I just told you.
It's always too loud and distorted when it's on the phone.
You got a what you call it? You got an Android, huh?
Yeah.
We
Yeah, I was
couldn't
just
hear.
telling him that iPhones is the only one because Androids are actually better. Like Galaxies are better than iPhones now. But the one thing that iPhones to have, they will not allow you to overdrive like that. Like your voice is so big, you actually just mute it when you hit it.
Oh, like I mean, I have to, even in the Ricardo, when I record, I
Mm,
practically have to stand. I mean, I've been trained to amplify my voice. You have to think opera is just work, and
right,
my work is to amplify. So I'm
right.
trying to hit
The
the
back
raspy way
seat.
in the back.
Yeah,
I've been trained to do that. So I get in the studio and they're just like, well, I don't know what we're gonna do. We got levels. We don't know what we're doing.
the
And it
limiter don't
was
even work. Yeah,
it's really
yeah. So yeah,
quite
that's a
a
whole nother
feat.
technique. Yeah,
Yeah. So I have to be reserved. Um, just even my album, or even the songs that I have now, to be able to project my voice, to have a recording voice and
yeah.
not an opera venue voice.
Hmm.
Because I mean, I can't even, Heston says strong. It sometimes I have to think, be weak.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
you know,
can even turn your voice away. You hear the real singers like Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle. They're moving their mic.
it's a lot of this. It's a lot
Mhm.
of your own inner knowing where your amplification is. I do a lot of mic work. I do a lot of rehearsing for my venue now with the DJ and his speaker system, because I get feedback. I could be singing very, very low. I get feedback. I mean, it's it's difficult for a non-mic'd person to now get into the realm of all these kids, and they're just doing this, and they got
Right.
their mic, and they're just moving their hands around, and here I stand there and just, like you said, woo, and they're just like, and they're like, what happened? And I'm like, well, first of all, I'm 50 years old. So most of you guys are young enough to be my kid, and I have to come from a different place. So yeah, that's
You
where.
don't look 50. I mean, black don't crack, but I thought you were in your late 30s or mid 30s or something. That's
Okay, you got me a little hot under the.
You know what, Nicole? She's right. Because when you told me you was 50, I'm like, get out of here. Thinking you was like maybe 37, 38.
and
You know,
that's even like, oh, she's that's her age, but she still looks like late 20s or something, just because they're just giving you that because you're a black woman. But good Lord, 50, that's you look fabulous.
Ricardo. Heston, you better keep Ricardo away from me.
I didn't already got in trouble for so-called flirting. I'm not flirting. I'm just telling it like it
Oh,
is.
but that's the thing. Now you can't get in trouble with the Nightingale. You can't get in trouble.
Ricardo,
We got censors on our channel. They be looking, they like giving us a. Like, why did you say that? You make her uncomfortable. I'm like, I just gave her a
No,
compliment.
no, that's the opposite. When you get near me, now you need to make me more uncomfortable.
Oh
hey,
Lord. Oh Lord.
let me tell you how we met. I'm doing my thing on Instagram, and Nicole messaged me, "Are you from Oakland?" I'm
That's
like,
all I said.
yeah. And she grew up. She grew up where I recognized, and she knew where I grew up. And talked for a minute, and I started looking at her page, and I messaged her back. I said, "You know what? You trouble." And she said, "That's my middle name." I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, it is kind of my middle name. It's my middle name's Felicia. So they that's kind of in our
So we gonna have to
pop.
change that. Hello, Felicia. You
Hello,
might get
that's
by.
what I always do. I know. Instead of bye, Felicia, I always say, well, I'm the hello, Felicia. So yeah, more. I'm absolutely a woman of I'm a philanthropist and a humanitarian. Definitely.
So you was just talking about alluding to the live thing with the DJ. I need real singers like yourself. You got to get your own little vocal unit by like Helix or somebody like that, and it'll have the compressor. Excuse me, the compressor, and because these sound men, they don't know, they barely know how to treat a regular singer, let alone a good singer with some power. So in
Yeah.
addition to the mic technique, and just like guitar players, you see the pedal board on the floor, they got one for singers.
Yes.
And so you wouldn't use
Yeah.
all those, harmony and all that stuff. You would use it for the compressor limiter and a little bit of reverb, and you could turn that
Just
off. And
that touch. Yeah.
yeah,
And
just
I
a
need
touch.
all that. I need those production people and those type of insights because I'm like I said, I mean, I sort of just opened my cage to the world. I've only had the phone. This is my third year with the phone. So I
Mm,
mean, live performances everywhere is the goal. I'm hoping to just take over Oakland when I get there. I'm
mm.
hoping.
This is what I wanted to do, and I shared it with Ricardo. I thought I had told him earlier. Now I have access to a few studios, and I would love for you and my mom to do something together. Um, my mom is only really comfortable with Ricardo and Ke Durham. That's the other half of Black Nova. Um, maybe you could do a couple of verses and give my mom a hook to sing. Uh,
Yeah, she could do the hook easily or part of it.
right,
That if you had to remember a whole verse or two verses, that might be a problem. But she could definitely tackle the hook.
because
Something that just, yeah, that beautiful sort of angelic tone that she's
She still
got,
got that
sort of
tone,
a
man. She
God,
ain't lost that because we did a performance. What
it's
was that?
incredible.
Mhm.
It's like an angel is just still singing. It's just it rings.
Yeah,
It's such a beautiful range. Like when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, she's a dream. She's a
yeah,
dream.
and she's
Yeah,
consistent too,
I'm
very consistent.
ready. Yeah, I'm ready
So what
for
we might have to do is because KE is out here in Vegas too. Y'all just make a trip out here, and KE has a studio. Earl will probably have his studio back up by then. And then, of course, I got my little pre-production. So that's three studios right here in Vegas, you know, and Black Nova Studios is really nice. K put a lot of
I know
time and
he.
money, and he's aesthetically, he's that everything got to be perfect. So it's a nice vibe, as I like to say.
yeah,
I think you'll like it there. So even if we could
yeah.
just do a weekend, weekend 3-day thing, everybody wants a reason to come to Vegas. Just
Are
they
you
got an
kidding?
extra.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the next chapter after this little Oakland trip. I got, like I told Heston, I'm ready to invest in making those trips and trying to actually add to my catalog and then really just get paid to sing. It's really strange because up here in Montana where I am, we really are just show up, Nicole sing, here's your money. So this studio stuff and streaming and distribute, I mean,
Mm.
that's just stuff I've never even seen. That's a whole nother animal. Um,
Well, East
but
Oakland Music Management right there, you got Heston. So we'll get you straight on all your paperwork and your ASCAP or BMI, wherever you choose to go, and get you, your I's dotted and your T's crossed. So you
yeah,
really,
because I told him that's really the goal. I have that show set right now with the album that I did, but gaining momentum with, you know, like his mom. Like I see her going to different venues. I can blow that out of the water because that's what I do. Like
Mm,
more than say studio stuff. Like I
mm.
really am a stage performer, as you see. Like I'm already like a clown, you know, and it just
Stop
adds
it.
to it. I got light up, you know, I got light up wings. I've got
Mm,
the cage. I've got everything that goes with the Nightingale is on stage. I've even, you know, have people that I hire, the Sparkettes. They do a fire baton if I can afford it. A juggler. I have a famous skater that if I can get a budget, he comes out and does all these fancy skating tricks and spins, and it's added like it's a whole theatrical show. Yeah.
Like a
So I'm
carnivore.
ready, Heston. You know this. Let's book. I could make everybody money. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I know you. You know, I listen to all your songs. I love them all. My mom and I were talking about you a couple of hours ago. You know, because like I have the playlist, and I picked the one where you're the first artist and you were singing "Can You See?" And I was just shaking my head. That one, and then the post you did with the Renegade. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one there. You know, I like
Those
to.
two are, yeah. Those two in particular make you see, like you said, and then Renegade. I really wanted to have those signature songs that were associated when you hear, like you said, my voice is very different. So when you hear that come on and how I sound, and those two particular songs really generate my strength, my my ability to sort of grab the crowd, and like once you hear me hit one of those notes, it's like holy, she can sing. Like I wanted those two songs in particular. The others, you know, you just have to, I tried to hit everything. If somebody likes weird rock or, you know, and I tried to challenge myself. I'm not a rapper. I don't sing talk. So I tried to just introduce everybody to my style, and I want to add to that. But you're right.
A
Renegade
lot
will
of real
always.
singers, a
Yeah.
lot of real singers like yourself have found a new life in EDM because you know the big voice. Remember back in the
Yeah.
Weather Girls days,
Yes.
they continue that trend in the UK. They don't charge 99 cents. They might charge $4, you know, for MP3 download or something.
Yeah.
So maybe
I have
we
somebody in
have to look
England that's
into
been
that. At least a
looking.
couple singers.
I'm ready for
Yeah.
England. I'm ready for, I have some people that Australia. I mean, as far as really booking venues and having people say, wow, that was a real show. That's not people just making up bars and I got bar and I'm in my house. No, I'm a real show. Then on top of my political platform and what I bring for Black Panther and what I represent in Montana with fighting for Native American rights, and just everything is a whole aspect of me. It is an experience more than anything. It's a whole to be in my world. Really, what it is, you kind of
Can,
fall down the rabbit's hole with me, and
can you tell us a little
and
bit
here we
about?
go. I'm kind of that Alice in Wonderland.
Can you tell us a little bit? It's a musical show, so we didn't want to get too far because that's a whole nother story. But can for some people who don't know about, you just mentioned Black Panther, just tell us a little short how you were associated with the Black Panther Party and UEP Newton and the whole get down.
Yes. Huey is my uncle. My uncle is Melvin. My aunt is Barbarette. My mother's Alfredetta, and that's Barbarette's sister. So I grew up on his lap until about 8 years old when they transplanted me here to Montana, which was sort of one of those things to where maybe I didn't really know as a child why I was here, why I was sort of handpicked or whatever, but I sort of have been awakened, and my journey hopefully will lead back to my family in Oakland, and I'm gonna arrive there as soon as I can, and just sort of take that next chapter in finding my adult life as a Black Panther. But yeah, my uncle is the driving force behind me feeling like it's time for me to lead and be set free and sort of push that needle that we all want for change and be an inspiration like he was. And hey, if I get a statue in Washington D.C. like he does, with feathers and smiling like I do, it just would mean the world to me to inspire people like he did.
So how did you mentioned Native American as well. How does that come into play?
That is a really big part of where I live. I live near the Blackfeet Piikani reservation in Montana, and also my significant other is Cree Blackfeet Native American. So that means my children are Black Panther Blackfeet Native American, and we have such a silent fight in the indigenous culture, just with people just now knowing about the historical significance of Native Americans and their culture. Things like their they call them costumes. It's regalia. It's just learning new terms and new people that are fighting for rights. I'm I'm big with MMIW, missing and murdered Indigenous women. I really feel like I have a voice for change. So,
Nicole, Nicole,
yeah,
what's that?
I think maybe the Indy Hookup has
I
the
got the
key to
I got the
setting the Nightingale free. That's what that is.
You ready?
That's what it is. The Indie Hookup has always made me feel seen and of course heard. And every time I hear like Heston's voice or Ricardo's voice, it's a driving force behind me being this lone wolf up here, fighting just to sing and spin and smile and make people happy. So that is the Indie Hookup's got the key to the cage to the Nightingale. That's all you need to know. Heck yeah, I'm ready.
y'all know, check this out, listeners. Y'all follow this young lady, Nicole Gobert, all platforms. Amazing voice, y'all. Amazing voice. I can't say it enough. If you like female vocalists, you're going to love this one. But remember,
What you talking about, Willis?
see, you don't
For the
know.
slow people in the house, what you talking about? Holding the key.
The nightingale is in a cage.
Oh, you
She's
got the
locked.
key.
I got the key. She about to get out. She's about to get out, world. Y'all listen to her. She could sing. Telling y'all. You know me, Ricardo. I ain't gonna put my face online if it ain't true. So, it's an honor to have you here. If you're still here, I don't see you.
Yeah,
I'm here.
she's. You look like you
Okay.
I'm
froze. You was so still.
I I have a tendency to be camera ready at all times. So I'm just in wait, and it's an honor to get to be with Ricardo Love and Heston Cleveland. What do you mean? The Nightingale's ready to flutter to these boys. I think maybe I might need to get a nest somewhere near Ricardo in Las Vegas, and definitely there's one in Oakland. So yeah, I'm ready. The Indie
so,
Hookup,
so
you
I
guys.
before I get in trouble, you just say you had a significant other?
Oh,
Uh,
I have many. I have many.
oh Lord.
Uh, They all tend to get very significant the closer they get to me. Yes.
Mm.
Ricardo, that's trouble right there, man.
I got to make
Telling
sure you and KE in the room at the same time before I
I'm
get in
telling
trouble.
you, that's trouble, you know. And she allure you in with that beautiful voice. But then that door
That's
locked,
what they call a siren.
hey,
I've
when that
heard that one before, Ricardo.
uh, but
Well, you're gonna need an ambulance then. You're gonna need an ambulance, I guess.
uh-oh.
Oh,
Hey,
look, a heart attack.
tell us this. Um, you were complaining about the studios out there. Um, I guess they're kind of behind what we have here in California and Vegas, huh?
You're quite right. I did the Who's the Nightingale album in 3 hours. I sang it live. I did all my backgrounds live. And I just have to give it to the guy I found here. He's an amazing sound engineer, and he went in with me. He was mastering and mixing while I was singing. But as far as state of the art and what Black Nova or the Indie Hookup or you and Ricardo could bring to my music, it could be incredible. The production value that I know you guys have, I have a book of songs that I'm just ready to get paid for. Like I'm just ready to sing, and whoever wants to hear me, come on, buy a ticket because I'm a show.
Mm.
Ah, yeah. But I like that. I really do. I have a vision, and I think me and you touched on that. The significance of your history and background and the story you have and being able to come back and share your story through music because I get it.
Because your mom is right there. She's one of those historical figures in the making as far as is ethnic history, black history, Oakland history, world history, and like you said, that lineage of being able to evoke change through music, spread love through music. I mean, she inspires me to be who I feel like I'm supposed to be. That's really what it is. I really do feel like it's in my uncle's vision too, that he left me up here as Princess Nightingale for who? Knights in shining armor like Ricardo or Heston to shine on me and find me. It's really overwhelming to be able to share that and to be around people like Carrie Cleveland, Heston, Ricardo, like you said, KE, Black Nova, Buku, to get to come there. I'm over the moon because I feel like I really am humbled and the honor and pleasure is really mine. And people say, well, your lineage and all this. I'm also a Peyton. Walter Payton's my third cousin. Newton's married Payton's. So it's like everybody's saying, Nicole, 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 you're this, but you guys don't realize that you're this to me.
I'm starting to get that, and the whole thing, it's been just clicking. I know you for now. How long, Ricardo? 3 years.
Yeah, about four, almost four.
Damn. Um, we've had this idea for a while. I tried it with another radio station, and Ricardo saw that I was struggling with it, and he liked the idea. So we put it together. He does what he does. I do what I do, and the radio stations tell me how much they like the show. the artists that finally realize what we're doing, really like what we're doing, it's actually a community, um, an independent music community that once you look in the window and see what's going on, you got to be a part of it. Um,
It's held my hand through a lot of just stuff like this journey, like being able to finally get to Oakland to meet you guys, or picking a weekend to get to be with Ricardo, like he said. The Indie Hookup, it is that. It's hooking all of those chain links of everybody that loves music, and I'm honored to be a part of it, Heston. I'm just like, look at me. I'm in the middle of nowhere, buried. And I just feel like I finally, have someone that was like, well, hey, she could really, really contribute to the world. And that's because of people like you, because you already contribute. Ricardo already contributes, your mom, everybody in the community, like you said. And I can't say it enough. I'm honored. I can't wait to meet everybody. I'm gonna be so smiley. My cheeks are gonna hurt.
So Nicole, you say you play piano. Can you like you and you said you have some songs you're ready to get out. Did you start, do you have the foundation on the piano so like a producer like myself could add to it? Or you just got the acapella? How your songs that you say?
I have everything. I haven't transposed a lot of just my book of 50 lyrical songs onto sheet music or anything, but I'm fully capable of sheet music, tempo, key change, all that.
So
Everything.
if
Yeah.
you could just do the
Even
chords on the piano
chord
and then
progress,
sing.
yeah,
Yeah.
chord progressions. Like even my song Make You See, I emulated the track that they sent me, and played it on the piano, and I just started singing. I just was like, oh, probably key of G, and I just start hitting notes. But
Mhm.
yeah, I can full chord progression, full lyric key changes for you, all of it.
So like if you could pick like a couple of three, four songs and just get that foundation, it'll make it easy. Because what happens is sometimes when I'm working with artists, myself, I'm just speaking for myself, if they just start singing some lyrics, there's like an infinite number of things that I could put. Once I get the key, I could put an infinite number of things behind it. It actually might sound
Yeah,
good, but it might not be
yeah.
their vision. So if they have a chord foundation, it'll just come closer. So other times, it's almost like I'm in their head, and I could just feel where they were going. It's, oh, that's it. And I'm so that's a hit and miss. So the more you have already, like just the chords on the piano, and then you're singing with it, then the producer can come in and just bam, and so that
And just start layering
layering
under,
it
and
in,
that's
yeah,
really that I didn't get any of that on, because I was just getting emailed the blank
tracks,
tracks. And
yeah,
really what was not good is they were tracks that they had thought rappers see, and
mm,
I'm trying to write verse one, pre-chorus,
mm,
chorus,
yeah,
verse two, trying to get an actual song structure. And it was quite hard for me with that album. I did the best I could. Like I said, some of the songs like Renegade, Make You See really turned out good because I was able to finagle. But my newer songs, yeah, I could sit down at the piano right now, and or a cappella, or sit and meticulously sheet music all of them. And a producer like you would be like, oh, I already know what that sounds. I already know.
yeah,
I
just the
just already
chord,
know.
just the C
Like the
major to
song
da
is
da 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 da.
already there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's how I already work. That's how all of those songs, those were blank tracks. Those were completely blank
So we can hit the ground running,
tracks.
when we
I
do, whether it's Oakland or
put
Vegas or.
all the keys to them. I put all my layering. Yeah. I mean, and my book is so jam packed with, I've got three country songs I sent to a guy in North Carolina because he's more of a country based guy. I've got 10 that are R&B, but could change to pop if the right producer was like, well, if we sped that up, that'd be a pop song. They're all fully realized. It's
Mm.
just nobody is willing to give me the catalog, pay for them, do the work underneath of them, and just say, Nicole, here's your songs, whatever money. I'm just so direct and cutthroat musician, but I'm by myself. I'm kind of like Prince. Remember, he had to play the guitar and hurry and record. I'm kind of like that. I don't have anybody but me. So to have a you, Ricardo,
Yeah, he froze again. There she
yeah,
go.
I
Oh, here she
might
go.
just have to have me a Ricardo session. And and I won't stop. I'll go into the night, wake up the next day, 15 hours. As long as I can talk and sing, I can make 20 albums. I have a whole Christmas album fully realized too. I don't know if you um and when I say fully realized, I even got beats off of the free Christmas download website that just lets you have free Christmas beats, and wrote 4 originals.
Yeah, that's something you could do. It's almost like you would do like a sophisticated karaoke, but you would make it like it's a product. So that
Yeah,
that could work too, just as another element, because you layered. You
yeah,
got so much. That's a blessing and a curse because you're so people don't know. They want to put you in
in
a
a box.
box. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but you could just sprinkle some over here. That's when you remember back when Vanessa Williams came out. She had some jazz on. The same thing with Queen Latifah.
that's
They
what
put
it
jazz,
is.
they put
Yeah.
pop, they put and a lot of record companies don't want to do that, but they don't realize that you can't keep certain artists in a box. You should,
I can't.
you know.
I literally sound like you said. You brought up people like Anita Baker, people like that had that signature diva type of approach. And yes, you want a Anita Baker Christmas album because it's her singing those Christmas songs. So it's the same with me. The Christmas album, I feel so confident about, my 4 originals, that I went in a garage with a guy 2 hours away, and he recorded it, and man, it turned out better. That, like, it made me cry, like that. I just really just immediately was like, oh, candy canes, window panes, da 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 da, harmony, 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 blah blah blah, record. And
Mm.
he was like, this sounds so pro. I said, but that's the thing. Imagine if I had a Ricardo. Imagine if I had a studio like Black Nova.
Mm.
I feel like my production value matched my musicality.
We'll
So
work it out. We're gonna work it out. We just Oakland. We got studios. So if I had to come there too, we were doing to do
well,
around this
I'm
event. The
gonna be
event
there.
got changed. The event
You know
got
I'll be there.
yeah.
I'll be there. I'm all yours.
Rankin's Cruz had to go to New York, and he had a studio hookup as well. So we'll see what's going on with him, and we'll coordinate it in the Bay and Vegas and see what we can make happen. For the
And
for
I'm
the
so
listeners, where can people find you now? They want to your social media. Do you have a website? Where can they find you now?
everything. The best thing is to Google Nicole Gobert. Nicolegobert. It's the easiest name. And you can say Gobert. Ricardo says Gilbert. It don't matter. But it's Gobert, like a bear that goes. I'm kind of a wild animal. So it's Nicole Gobert. And anything you put who is the Nightingale, it comes up me. I mean, you can even just put the Nightingale, it comes up me. I've never been online, but 2 years now, all of a sudden I'm everywhere online. I'm mixed in with Florence Nightingale. I'm mixed in with the book Nightingale. I'm the Nightingale. So you could type that in and find me on every social media platform: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and every music platform: Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. Nicole Gobert, the Nightingale, is everywhere.
She ready for the camera. What do you think is Mr. DeMille? I'm ready.
I told you I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Yeah, there it
Like
is.
you have to think like I'm kind of old Hollywood now. I don't know if you see I don't even know if you see any of my videos or I really have a way about that I style my videos and I have over 5,000 of them. So you need to get on a binge watch, Ricardo Love, and really get dive deep down that rabbit's hole
Hmm.
of the Nightingale videos because some of them I know you're gonna love.
I'm
I
sure I
just know
will.
it.
I'm
Hey,
sure.
hey,
Okay.
hey, I didn't went down that rabbit hole, Ricardo. You will
Yeah, you
be
and
in.
Heston can do your little talk behind my back. I don't mind.
Hey, hey, uh, some of them are. You know, I enjoy watching you. Like I told you, the Renegade post and the one where you did "Can You See" in the black dress. I really love them too. And then the car. The car is my favorite. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, sometimes sometimes I do have to drive a lot here in Montana, but sometimes I'll just get a wild hair and I'll be like, I see people sing in their car and I probably shouldn't. I'm probably gonna crash now, Chris Heston one of these times. But yeah, there's a fun car one with my song Just You and Me. And I just got that one back in a show mix, and I think I'll sing that one when I come. But I just have a lot of fun expressing myself in those videos, and each one just you get another little piece of the puzzle, and you pull the curtain back on the Nightingale's cage just a little more peek. So
And
yeah,
then
I'm very different.
I told Rankin Screw about you, and I sent him a couple of videos and your Instagram link, and he loved your idea. He was like, "That's genius," And then he was telling me about the Mockingbird. Um, he was like, "Man, that's a beautiful idea." Now this guy has been all over the world, superstar reggae legend,
uh
and just happens to be a good friend of mine. Uh, we wanted to go to his house. He's got a big studio there. That's what the plan was, but I don't know. I have to wait a week and see because something happened with his mom, and he flew to
mhm.
New York. So I haven't talked to him yet. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh, I got my suitcase. I'm still working on closing it because I gotta have a lot of, you know, wardrobe changes and stuff like that. And my boots. Part of the Nightingale's bird legs. I wear a lot of boots and high heel shoes. So I'm working on it. I'll be there. I'll just stay close. The minute I land, I'll be trying to call you and your mom, and we'll just end up together, and it's just going to be so refreshing, like I said, to be able to be with other people that love music as much as I do, and people that love Oakland as much as I do. So
My
I can't wait. I'm gonna be crashing out though. I need my rest before I sing now. I don't know. We haven't gotten to performance details, but I got a heck of a set. I want party time when I'm singing. I'm ready to sweat. I'm ready to dance and sweat it out with everybody. So
Watch out now.
what right? Watch out! Watch out!
I'm
Hey, but
ready.
I wanna thank you for stepping in on a short notice. Um, we had Kate Stanton was supposed to come, but something happened in her family, and instead of wasting the Zoom time, I saw you online, and I'm like, I know she'll be ready.
Oh,
And
look, I told you I would throw something on. I like actually, this is my Black Panther pink Nightingale hat, so it all worked out. And the music, to be able to talk to Ricardo about music is just a dream come true. So I'm honored. And like you said, you got a permanent key. So whenever I hear the little Heston whistle, I just come a fluttering. So I'm
hey,
all yours.
thank you. And I told Ricardo we was going to enjoy this interview. Um, we're gonna go ahead and let you go. It's been a pleasure and a lot of fun. We're gonna put our heads together on this music. You know, Ricardo's a super producer. Maybe you could send him a couple of stems and let him put something together and give it back to you and see what we can do. You know,
Oh yeah. And remember, like I said, the getting to Vegas is cheap. Getting to Oakland is cheap. Yes, I am used to singing and getting paid and booking shows and getting paid, and I know that that's going to happen, but I also need more of a catalog. I need those songs to really be signature to me, and I'm a moneymaker. I mean, I'm sorry to tell everybody, but I'm a moneymaker.
well,
I
that's
want to
what's
do a
So
up.
blues song.
anybody ready to 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 be by the Nightingale, I'm ready to be by them. So yeah, Indie Hookup, Nightingale kisses.
I want to do a blues
Always.
song with you and a R&B song and EMD, believe it or not,
No,
EDM one, EDM.
I did some previous some EDM, some electronic. I got a fun one called Spent that I did with a guy in Vermont that's just vocals with some effects on it, and I can do every genre, Ricardo.
But
So
what I want you to do your homework though. Pick. You said you got this big collection. We need to focus down. Find about three songs that you can just the basic chords, and even if you record it in whatever you got, I don't care if it's your phone.
okay, yeah,
And then that'll be the foundation. So when you come in, at least we'll have a foundation. Everything
yeah,
else will just be impromptu magic. But we want to just leave it up to that. We want to make as much preparation as we can. And then
okay, yes,
between Heston and I and KE, we'll work out some, location, studios, whatever, da da da. And then we'll
try,
see what
yeah,
your availability is, and we'll work it all out. But we thank
okay,
you for
yeah.
being here with us, though.
Oh,
We give us your time. We know it's valuable. We appreciate love you, as uh, our reggae brother would say, and we respect you. So that's
oh,
my new terms. I done
oh,
told him I won't say stole, but I borrowed those terms from Rankin Screw. I said that on my last show. I just did my 48th show on Love Vibes, and that's another thing. We need to get a song for Love Vibes. We got two radio shows. Love Vibes is on 10 stations
Yes,
now, I believe.
yeah.
send me
Yeah,
send me a
and
back.
the Indie Hookup is 17 Hess. No, something like that. We lose count because we keep adding.
I know you guys are super popular. You're like
So
the
so we're gonna we're
min.
gonna we're gonna put it all together. We're gonna get the business straight for you, get your paperwork, get your
Yeah,
affiliations
I'm
and all that. You are part of the family now. So Buku, the Indie Hookup, Black Nova, and Ricardo Love. We're all together. We're family, and we're adding you to the family. You already were part of that, but we just needed to solidify how we can work this out. So yeah, people be life and things be happening. So now we're gonna have to get accountable and some dates and times and get it to work. So we thank you
yes.
again for joining us here on the Indie Hookup. And Hess, why don't you just close us out?
Nicole, it's been an honor and a great pleasure. I wish my look. Ricardo. My mom pop in on every interview. This one. But we know, she tells me she loves you. She says you're family.
She is
Now,
family. You were right. That's my adopted mom. I don't have my mother anymore, and I'm so inspired by yours. So I'm gonna be that little tiny little wannabe Carrie Cleveland when I get there. I'm not gonna let her out of my sight.
You had to do the Photoshop before you eat mom's desserts. She gonna add a
Oh,
couple pounds on.
hey, she in there
I
doing.
already knew. I'm bringing my stretchy pants because I already know. Ooh.
Yep. But hey, we gonna go ahead and let you go. It's been a nice, fun time. I'll be talking to you in a day or two, or maybe even later on this evening. Um, until then,
Indy Hookups got the key.
the key.
See you soon. Nightingale kisses. Love you guys.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.
The Indy